And there are so many ills in this society right now. There are so many problems. The imams, the imams, the leaders, they are inundated with calls, with WhatsApp messages about what is happening amongst our community. The truth is, and we have talked about the primary of the masjid, the reality is that if people came back to the masjid, most of their ills, they would disappear automatically. All of our ills in this current society is because we have turned away from the masjid, from the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So many ills in society, whether it is in a family level, on a community level, social, national, international, they all come down to one thing, in my opinion anyway. It's simply because we have turned our backs on the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right now, and I'll give you a simple example, is that people right now, and it is something which is very prominent, even royalty, they're talking about it, celebrities, pop stars, everyone is talking about the increase of mental illness. This idea that people emotionally and irrationally, they are not the same. They are suffering from problems. The NHS right now, it is overburdened with sleeping pills, prescriptions. They are giving out placebos, fake medicines, in order to please people. In reality, they know very well that these people cannot be cured. Even amongst our youth, especially now, this is a serious problem. Our phones are going off all of the time that, Hafiz Sahib, I think I have a jinn inside me. Hafiz Sahib, I think someone's done black magic on me. These are youngsters saying all of these things. They are going mental. Everyone will give you a different opinion. A psychiatrist will give you a different opinion. A doctor will give you a different opinion. As an imam, I will tell you my own opinion on why this has come about. And this is my own thinking. No one who comes to the mosque regularly, and this is obviously the case for our Buzurg, no one who comes to the mosque regularly suffers from any type of mental illness. It's a fact. Those namazis, pakke namazis, young or old, they are the happiest in society. The ones who are moving away from the masjid, unfortunate to say so, they are the most depressed. No, Hafiz Sahib, you don't understand, there's too much stress. Anxiety, you don't know what it's like living in the 21st century, Hafiz Sahib. You don't know, there's too much stress at work. There's too much stress in college. There's so much stress amongst our family as well. Stress and anxiety has always existed. What makes you think that this has started in the last 5 years or 10 years? What makes you think that this has started with your generation? Real stress and anxiety, Allahu Akbar. Ask Haji Zubair Sahib here what real stress in society is. He will tell you the story from the 80s and 90s. Stress and anxiety has always existed. The difference is that our elders, our Buzurgs, they had a mechanism by which they could release their stress. And that was coming to the masjid and to do sajda for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All of their stress, all of the difficulties of the day, when they would come to Isha prayer in the evening, it would all disappear. And this is a fact. You think about it yourself, the peace and tranquility of any masjid, you cannot find that anywhere. When you come into the doors and you read Allahumma aftah li abwaba rahmatik, certainly for sure your dua is answered because you can see rahmah upon rahmah everywhere. You know, when you come and you do sajda for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, spiritually and medically, all of your stress and all of your illnesses, they disappear. You spent a whole time bowing to others, bowing to your boss, bowing to your lecturer. You come in the evening to the masjid and you do sajda in Isha. You finally, psychologically and emotionally, you say, no, Ya Rab, I only do sajda to you in reality. Medically speaking, it is said that sajda is amazing in releasing stress. Scientifically speaking, right now we are absolutely inundated with electronic equipment around us. And these are constantly giving away electronic magnetic waves. And it's giving a positive charge basically. So most part, it doesn't actually harm you. But sometimes you will see that people who work in call centers, people who are in front of computers all of the time, what will they say is that they will feel more headaches. They will feel more lazy sometimes, lethargic. They will suffer from certain types of illnesses like migraine. What do the doctors, the medical experts suggest to these people? That basically you have too much positive charge in your body because of the electronic equipment around you. You ask the doctor what is the best way to actually solve this? Allahu Akbar, listen to their answers. They say place your forehead against the ground and this will release all of the positive charge that has built up in your body. Or to put it another way, all they are saying is perform sajda. Our youngsters, they are going mental because they don't come to the masjid anymore. They are not coming here in order to do that. You have a stressful day when you come to the masjid, or even at home or in the masjid, when you perform ablution and you wash your entire body. Allahu Akbar, it refreshes you. It reinvigorates you. This, unfortunately, people are missing, and as a result of that, they are going mental. Our Prophet ﷺ said, "Ahabbul biladi ila Allahi masajiduha." The most beloved of houses, the most beloved of places is the masjid. You will find the best possible people there. وَأَبْغَضُ الْبِلَادِ إِلَى اللَّهِ تَعَالَى أَصْوَاتُهَا. The worst possible places are the town centers. You will find the most horrible and heinous of people there. No matter, it's not a surprise we don't get to sleep anymore. It's not a surprise that we feel that we are in a particular psychological state. We are spending more time in the town, we are spending less time in the masjid. We are spending time with corrupt people, matalabi people, people of the dunya in the town center. In the masjid, you do not find such people. You only find the best possible people. So even when it comes to something like mental illness, the whole purpose of the masjid is a dunya-free zone. Allah always, and from day one, has accepted that our servants, they will go through difficulties. They will go through stress. They will go through problems and anxiety. That is why He has asked people to build masjids, to release that stress. So if you want to release stress, come to the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.